Boom, what's going on, you guys? Byron, Rodgers, Executive Protection Training Day Field Note. Just some thoughts on thinking like an executive protection agent or specialist, understanding context as you move with your clients and go different places is really important when it comes to assessing for risk. So, you're going to see this a lot with new guys especially. So you're going maybe you're going to the grocery store, with your client, with your principal, and it's like random. And you're like, especially if you're kind of new to the game, you might be a little more dialed up, a little bit more like, oh man, all right, we're gonna go out in the open. Like, all right, game on. The real question is like, what type of threats are you looking at? What type of negative attention are you looking at? You're looking at more than likely random people who may recognize your principal, recognize your client, but you're probably not looking at like a really high-end coordinated attack. You're probably looking at like the chance that someone who doesn't like them sees them, the chance that someone who really wants to get close to them gets close to them, or someone who wants to embarrass them or something. You're looking at those types of threats, right?
Who left that gate open? Right, get her out of here. Take the lead. Go. We need more security here now. Bernie, stand by. Go.
But then when you're doing something like a movement having to do with any type of venue that has access to your information and might sell it, like airports, hotels, any venue where people know you're going to be at, these are situations where you're going to be dealing with an increased reality of risk. Your risk is going to be increased. And so these are the locations where you need to make sure you're dialed up, dialed in, and you're assessing for those more sophisticated enemies that want to do even more nefarious things and in a coordinated fashion, right? So the more risk you have, the more exposure you have to higher quality predators essentially out there in the game. So unless, as Christian West and Ivor Tarrant says, the Viking ninjas probably didn't follow you to the random stop at the grocery store, you know what I mean? But if you're dealing with, once again, like any organization that understands your movements, has those movements, and might have them for sale, or anything that you put out on the net that you're going to be at this place at that time, that's when you're dealing with a higher threat level. So that's when you're a little bit more rigid, paying closer attention, a little more relaxed, and a little more in that flow of reading your environment, all that stuff. You're always dialed all the way up, but these are just like mental shortcuts to help you recognize the types of threats you may see in different environments and know when to put your mental bandwidth where, right? So, hey, let's train together at the Executive Protection Training Day Success Package. You can go to executiveprotectiontrainingday.com and let's make this the best year of your executive protection career. We've had amazing success with a lot of amazing people already. I'm so excited to see you there. Out. Boom.